K97.5 DJ Remedy, man. Sunday, you know what it is the wrap up, and I got my guy in here, East Charlotte Roc Nation, Jamla Records own.
Yeah. 704's finest, man.
Reuben Vincent in the building. What's going on, man?
I'm blessed, man. How you feeling?
I'm doing good, man. Everything is everything, man. I'm glad. Yo, you got a lot of motion right now.
Hey, moving in motion.
Come on, man. Look, and we humble about it, okay? You know, appeared on BT Hip Hop Cypher last year.
You know what I mean?
Featured on the Open Air Pusha T's, Almost Dry Tour.
All that.
Bars on I-95, Sway in the Morning.
All
Come
that.
on, man.
All that.
Look, hey, the thing I want to know is, though, Ninth Wonder, right? That's your man. Rhapsody, that's your man.
Yeah.
What's one thing that Ninth Wonder told you, like, personally, when you went through some things? Has Ninth Wonder ever told you something like, hey, you got to tighten up on that? Like, hey, stop that.
There's two things he told me, and they're very short, but they mean a lot if you really listen to the words. First thing was stay the course and be still.
Okay.
And I was like, when he said be still, I was like, wow, like, you know, I didn't get it at the time, but as I got older and I got into, like, you know, meditating and, you know, stillness and being present, like, when he said be still, I knew it was deeper than him just saying be still, you know what I'm saying? Just be present in the moment and, you know what I'm saying, be where you at right now, you know what I'm saying? And especially with staying the course, because it's so hard to fall off the course. It's so hard to get distracted by everything else. And, you know, I feel like every time I feel like I was deteriorating from where I was supposed to do, he always told me to just stay the course. So
I wish I could tell my son to be still. Every time I tell him be still, he won't go left.
How old is he?
He's 5.
Oh yeah, that's why. That's why. When I was 5, I was definitely not being still.
Nah, but the thing is though, like for real, you at such a young age, bro, like 13, 17, you know, it almost feels like but you grew up in East Charlotte, so I know that has to be a struggle, but for somebody your age, there's some rappers out there that's still on that push, on that grind. For you, has there been any type of time in you from right now that you had a struggle?
Yeah, 100%, man. You know, one thing I try to let people know is, you know, because I was around Ninth, people think I had it easy, but I didn't. You know what I mean? When I first met Ninth, I was going through struggles on the East. Like, my mom, our house was about to be on foreclosure. She was working 3 jobs. It's me, I'm the oldest, so now I'm taking care of my little brother and sister. She not at home. She telling us there ain't gonna be no Christmas. So I'm looking at this opportunity like this is going to be my way out. And then in my head, being a kid, I'm thinking, oh yeah, like this is gonna happen this way, and it not happen that way because, you know, you gotta work. And then also growing up and then being 15 and having to get a regular job and then all of that stuff. Like, I had to go through all of that. I had to work too. My last job was last year before I signed my deal with The Roc.
How job you doing?
I was working at a hat store called Fittest in Charlotte.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was a little job, but, you know, I was still trying to find my way. I was door dashing. Like, I was still hustling, trying to make my money. I didn't start really getting the fruits of my labor till last year. 2020 was the year where I was, like, still struggling, going through the motions. So, you know, I think I just made the struggle look good. So people didn't really see that, but you know, I've been through a lot, you know what I mean? And it's definitely been tough my whole journey, my whole situation. From before I was 13, when I was 13, I've been through a lot of stuff. So, you know, I think music was just the catapult to kind of keep me away from falling in trouble.
That's what's up.
You know?
That's what's up, man. From when I'm listening to you, you know, you ever heard that saying, young man with old soul?
Yeah, all the time.
For real. And that's good. That's definitely good. February 13th featuring Rhapsody.
Yeah.
Was there an important event on that day or an important memory on that day?
So the ironic thing about that song is the beat was called February 13th. And it was made on February 13th, I guess, when Goo made the beat. So when Goo made the beat, he played it for us, you know, we were working on it or whatever, and everybody in that house at the time was going through relationship stuff. Me, Rap, Goo, whatever. And we all having a conversation about it, and that's what stemmed that song, the downs of a relationship. And then we thought it would be dope to keep the title February 13th because it's the day before Valentine's Day. And I just found out it's also Black Love Day.
Yeah.
But we was looking at it, the reason why we chose it was because we was like, oh, it's the day before Valentine's Day. You know, some people break up with their people right before Valentine's Day, so I don't got to give them a gift. So we was trying to play off of that, and that's how we came up with the title. But it's dope that it has all these layers to it now.
Yeah. Wow. Yo. And another thing I wanted to ask you was, because I seen your top 5, Jay-Z, one of them.
For sure.
And he's one of my favorite of all time, the GOAT. Top 5 Jay-Z songs.
What more can I say? Right? The streets is watching. Song Cry.
Yes.
That folk. The Evils. And I got one more.
One more.
Man, it's so many, man.
It is, bro.
Imaginary Players.
I gotta dap you up for that one. Ooh, that's solid.
Yeah, that's my top five. That's my top five.
That's B-side. That's B-side J.
For sure.
And that's a strong one.
For sure.
Man. Telling you, man. And then just one more thing. Well, we already talked about it, man. So, it was one thing. Because, you got the app, you got the single Pushing, Trickin', featuring Damani.
Yes, sir.
That's T.I. and Tany's son, just in case you didn't know.
Yeah.
What's a tip that you could tell these guys on Instagram always thirst trapping with these girls on social media?
Girls like it better when you ain't tripping.
I'm talking about tripping.
Yeah, like I feel like when you be thirsty, it turn them off, and they just know what they can do with you and know how to handle you. Like as I feel like personally for me, I've never went out I've been in situations where I told a girl I was feeling her, but I never go out of my way to tell a girl anything or try to thirst over her. Because if you treat her like a celebrity, she gonna treat you like a fan. So that's just how I look at it. You ain't supposed to, it's supposed to be mutual. If it ain't mutual, just back up, do your own thing, player. You know what I'm saying? And don't be over thirsty, man. You trying to give her too much attention. That's not it. Not saying you can't give them attention, but when you trying to over thirst the situation, it just
side back, man. Stop sending them pictures.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You don't even get to know. You didn't even get the
that's OD. That's OD. What I be hearing about, girls be telling me about them situations. I'm like, couldn't be me.
Not at all. Man, I appreciate you stopping by.
No, I appreciate you.
Appreciate you being on the wrap up right here.
Thank you.
K97.5, man.
Yes,
Reuben
sir.
Vincent. Yes, indeed, man. Salute K97.5. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.